Oh, look at that moon. It's nice. It's 11 p.m., man, you know? And, I don't know, you know, like when you, I guess when you, like, look at your situation in life, you know, you think, and, I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot. I'm gonna get on my bike. I guess I've just been thinking a lot about, you know, stuff today, because it wasn't the easiest day, you know? I fucking, it was great, though, in the gym. My voice is fucked up, but I'm gonna go for it anyway, you know what I mean? But I was just thinking of my work, you know, like, I was thinking about the average life, right? And the average life is like, you go to your job, you come home, and because of the job, you're so tired you can't really do anything afterwards, except maybe like lounge around, you know, you watch TV, you maybe talk to your family a little bit, you come home, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you literally come home when the sun's down. If you work at 9 to 5, you know, sometimes you're working the graveyard shift or some shit. I wouldn't work in a graveyard because that shit's scary. But it's all not worth it, bro. Like, yeah, you get a little bit extra pay, but that's the mindset, you know what I mean? It's like, if I can just get a little bit more money, I'll be happy, or, you know, I'll finally be able to, you know, not work anymore. It's a futile effort, you know what I mean? If I can just not make less, you know, if I can just make a little bit more, then, you know, everything will be great. But it's not the case. It's never the case. It's literally like, you're better off making less and having better mental health and just a better headspace, a better mindset, just being overall like more emotionally stable than going and working a graveyard shift, going to work at like midnight, you know what I mean, and then working till 8 a.m, going to sleep. You gotta buy fucking blackout curtains because it's not even natural, you know what I mean? So, like, is it worth it? That's the question, you know. Is it really worth it? And, you know, I'm getting out of work, it's almost midnight, you know what I mean? And I can't look at a situation that I'm in like this and be like, yeah, you know, it's worth it. This is worth it. I just worked 6 hours. Fuck, my arm's tired, dude. I'm not used to this shit. God damn. By the way, I'm getting over a flu, so, like, this is why my voice is so fucked. Basically, like, I'm piecing my thoughts together. It's been a long day, so, like, you know, put it on, you know, 2 times speed if you don't want to sit through this whole thing like this. But I'm trying to piece my thoughts together, kind of. But I was just thinking, you know, in my work, I was like, to really think, what is the true point of life? Because, like, me, I was like peeing thinking about this shit. I was like, there is no way I can live because you are a slave. I love when people are like, you know, at least you're not working for free. Like, bro, like, I literally, like, when you talk to older people, and this is very common, so it's not just me, like, coming up with some, when you talk to old people, like, I had never done it. When you talk to older people, you know, like, one example is my dad, right? He's, like, in his 60s, right? So, with that, when you talk to older people, they usually say each generation, well, it's actually a generational thing. Everyone's like, this generation is like, you know, it's unaccepting, or it's always worse, right? It's always worse when it's younger than you. So, like, I'm Gen Z, right? We're going to have to be talking about, like, what's the next generation? I don't know. Whatever the next generation is, you know, like, oh, they're fucking idiots. You know, they don't know as much as us. They're not as cool as all this bullshit, right? It's like 90s kids. You know what I mean? Like, you could be born in 99. You'd be like, 2000 kids are fucking dumb. All this bullshit, right? But my point is, it's always about... my fucking arm, dude. Jesus. I guess it's always about, like... you know, you make less, right? So you're thinking, oh, you make less. Well, realistically, like, your parents made less than you, right? Wages, even 7-Eleven wages have continued to, like, slowly increase. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like, the minimum wage has increased slightly, but the cost of living has gone up so much that it's negligible. It's negligible. Like, it's not even, it's irrelevant. It's not even worth mentioning. And so when you look at people, most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, right? 80%, I think it's around 80% of Americans hate their jobs. So when you look at that, and then you ask yourself, why is everyone telling me to do what they did? Why is everyone telling me, when they don't even like their life, they're telling me that advice? Like, they're giving me advice. I'm not asking for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 19 years old. I'm about to turn 20 in a couple months. Yeah, big 20, right? Entering my 20s, everyone's telling me, hey, this is what you should do. This is what you need to avoid. I'm like, bro, you are still working the same job. You're not, like, you're not successful. Even people I love are telling me this, right? And I'm like, there was a haircut. There was a stylist, right? And don't tell this person this, but I get my hair cut by them, right? And it's this lady, this was around a year ago, and I got my hair cut, and I'm like, I'm really not thinking about going to college. I don't really know. And everyone's telling me, and I'm like, realistically, I don't want to do it. I never was one for school. And just to get by, to excel in any regard, like, I had to really do everything. I literally went, dude, I walked home, or I got home, and right away, you know, it's like 8 hours of schoolwork. Like, literally, bro, I barely had time to shit. That ass. Literally, I shit, and then I do homework the entire day. I didn't have much of a social life. So when you tell me go back to that environment, I tell you fuck off, because it wasn't easy for me. I had to really work hard. It wasn't a natural, like, it wasn't an environment I could naturally succeed in easily. And so when people tell me, like, hey, you know, you should really go to school and all this, and, like, get a degree. Even my parents are telling me, get a degree. It doesn't matter what it is. Literally just get a degree. I'm like, bro, sure, I might look more qualified out of, you know, if I'm next to someone and they don't have a degree and I'm in a job position. Like, I'm about to get interviewed and I'm, like, you know, competing against other people, but, like, dog, entry-level positions are requiring 3 to 5 years of experience. What college graduate has 3 to 5 years at 22 years old? Like, for, like, anything, bro, anything. Like, they just pulled it out of their ass. That's crazy, because last time I checked, I mean, I don't know, school's easy for some, but college as a full-time student, I mean, I didn't think it was that easy. You know what I mean? I don't know. For some it is, maybe. But, like, I don't know. It's just the 2 years of prerequisites for every college. Even when you go to a community college, you know what I mean? And you go into the trades, everyone's like, go into the trades. All I hear are going to the trades. But then I look at the trades and they're paying the average. They're not paying much more. And if they are, they're physical jobs. These aren't jobs that you just can keep doing the rest of your life. These are jobs where your body breaks down at age 50 and you can't do anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like you literally need to save every penny. And then you retire at 50, but you can't even walk your dog anymore. So this is the interesting thing, you know what I mean? It's very interesting because I'm looking at what to do, you know what I mean? The biggest thing I have on my side is my youth. The biggest thing I have is time. But also, I can't have people telling me what to do when they don't even know what they're telling me. Like, you're making $50K a year. That's great. It's slightly above average, you know, in some areas, but I want to be making that a month. I want to be making like $1 million a year. Why is that not possible for me? I feel like every like success story, right? You see somebody telling them like, but they like just kept learning, they just kept going, and they didn't listen to what anybody said. What made them special? You know what I mean? I don't think it was the fact that they were just supremely talented and that's it. It was that they kept going. The talent like was there, but they didn't recognize that talent until all of that hard work for years. After all of that, then they recognized their own talent. And then everyone else did. But I cannot believe, just in my right mind, I can't believe for a second, like, oh yeah, well, it was just luck. You know what I mean? Like, they're just one of the few. I'm not one of those people. You know, out of all the people on the planet, 8 billion people, me, I'm just one of those. I'm just one of the crowd, you know? I'm not one that can actually do it all. I don't see why that's the case. Because if truly, like, the odds of becoming a human being are 400 trillion to 1, and I was the fastest swimmer, bro, think about that. I literally won the biggest race of my life. I can't just end it there. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of funny to think about, but I literally won the biggest race ever. I don't know if you guys can even see me. It doesn't really matter. The biggest race of your life you've won already. And so what is it really to even like become a successful entrepreneur, or even just like becoming like a successful tennis player or anything like that? I mean, what is it really? If you won the best odds already, 400 trillion to 1, bro, I'm pretty sure you're more likely to get in the NBA. Realistically, if someone's watching this, they're practicing basketball, you're more likely to make it. You know what I mean? And you even succeeding in like swimming and like in literally. Okay, I wasn't really taught sex education, so I'm not about to say like you impregnated your mother. That doesn't make any sense. Just drop it, bro. Drop it. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Drop it, bro. Just forget that I said that. Jesus Christ. I promise. It's the 6-hour shift, bro. I promise. Anyway. The odds of you becoming a baby and being born and becoming a human being are so low. Every other cell should have beaten you. You know what I mean? But you won. So, the way I'm thinking about it is, if I was the fastest swimmer, bro, that means there's like gotta be something, you know what I mean? There's gotta be something about that means. Like, there's something inside. I think there's something inside all of us. Well, maybe not some people, but I'm determined to be one of those people. You know what I mean? And, yeah. I don't know. I just don't see why it can't be. My hands are fucking freezing, dude. But, yeah. I forgot to turn my bike light on. This is really fucking stupid. This is really stupid. Oh my god. But yeah. The way I'm looking at it, just... why couldn't I succeed? So yeah, I'm just... I don't know. Just kind of ranting, just thinking. Everyone's telling me to go to college and pursue a business degree. Instead of just making an online business and trying. They want me to, make a business after getting a degree for 4 years, And, I don't know. I just think a lot of people are in school for business, and how many of them make a successful business afterwards, Their professor doesn't have one. So why would I learn from somebody who hasn't done it themselves? It's just realism, you know what I mean? Everyone's saying learn from the professor, but the professor is driving a fucking used, Prius or a used fucking SUV, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. If I'm getting a car, I'm paying it in full because I want to. Because it's a car I want. I can get places without a car. Might be a pain, but it's much more worth it than paying for a car monthly. Car I can't afford because I'm paying monthly for it. And I'd be paying more than I would have originally paid if I just paid it in full. It's the same with a house. You know what I mean? All this interest. The bank is ripping you off just because they can. Jobs are designed to keep you poor. They tax you more with jobs than they would if you had your own business. You can write off so many things when you're, self-employed. I don't know how much you guys can hear me, but you can write off a lot when you're self-employed, but you can't do none of that when you're an employee. And, your boss is constantly watching over you, has the choice to do whatever they want to do to you. If they feel like firing you for no reason, they can. And then good luck, bro. You could literally be homeless next month. If most people are living paycheck to paycheck, they don't have much in their savings, they don't have much in their bank account, good luck. You know what I mean? Not being able to afford the right things. I think that's what I'm sick of most. You know what I mean? There's a really nice restaurant where I live, and I went there once or twice, and I'm just sick of looking at the menu and trying to pick the cheapest option instead of what just looks good to eat. And meanwhile, I see people around me, in that restaurant, and they're able to afford whatever they want. They're dressed nice, fresh haircut, They're able to afford these things, and I look at it and I go, I will not rest until I can afford every item on that menu 10 times over. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it, and finally starting to like get my head out of my ass and realizing like, no one's gonna save me. And I hope if you're watching this, you can resonate with it, because I feel like I'm not that special. You know what I mean? There's people like me out there that like they feel the exact same way I do. You spend too much time watching anime or investing in other people than investing in yourself. At the end of the day, like, you're all you've got, and no one's gonna be sharing that grave with you. So make your time here the best you can, because it's not that long. It's long, but it's not that long. Seneca had this quote like, life if lived well is long enough, and I feel like that's true. You know what I mean? It's short, but it's long at the same time. If you live healthy, you got like 85 summers, 85 Christmases. I said that a while ago, and that's how I started thinking like a couple years ago. It's like, you only got 85 Christmases. You don't have thousands. You can't just like look at these holidays and all this like, oh, it's nothing. Again, holidays are like a figment of our imagination. We just made them up. They're really just another day. They're really just another day. Like my birthday, it's not that special. I'm turning 20, but really, time is an illusion. It's not real. It's a way to hold you back. It really is. And, I don't know. There's so many chains out there. So many traps. So many prisons. Fear of what other people think. Fear of failure. Fear of maybe even success. Some people are afraid of it. But I think fear of an action is more important. The fear of doing nothing should scare you more than the fear of like success or failure or anything like that. Because you're gonna fail. Everyone's gonna fail. If they try enough. But yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently, and maybe you can relate. So drop a comment if you can, and yeah, welcome to the channel.